Scooch it back a little bit. Hey there, just waiting for people to jump on. I think I forgot to put my description. I'm scooting you back just a little so you can see my sewing area. I'm trying not to unhook things here. Probably should put on my mic. And if I get in the way, I wonder if I'm going to get in the way of sewing a little bit. I'm just getting set up, trying to place you at the correct spot here. I have my computer over there, so I'm trying to see it. Let's see, how can I do this? I got lots of wires and everything down here that I'm avoiding, trying to avoid. I'll just leave it like this for a second and then I'll move you down. Yeah, that looks good. Hey friends, I'm just doing a little bit of sewing. Thought I'd jump on this afternoon. This is the first week I've had since August that I don't have anything scheduled as far as having to be somewhere, having to do anything, and I'm going to do some sewing. I've got a couple orders I need to get done, and so I'm almost finished with one, and I wanted to show you guys. So I'm just going to wait a little bit for everybody to get on. Just let me know, holler when you get on. Hopefully I can see the comments this time. I can't play Christmas music because I got flagged as copyrighted. Didn't even think about that. Oh well. We'll wait a few more minutes and I'm just going to get started. I don't know if this is a good time of day or what. Just comment and let me know what time of day is good for you and what, are you Eastern Standard Time or Mountain Time or what? Just let me know. Uh-oh, there went my computer. Let's see. There we go. Hey there, let me know when you're on. Just getting things prepared. Hopefully I can see the comments and read the comments today. I am just finishing up an order, and is the Moondance, right? Moondance notebook holder. And I add a few things. I add in names with my silhouette heat transfer vinyl, and then I added a snap tab to it. Just sewed it on the back. I created the snap tab from my silhouette, and I just drew a circle and I did a long rectangle and had it cut out. So, and I've already done the inside. Now I'm just sewing it all together. So let's just get started. Whoever jumps on, jumps on. Say hello when you jump on. I'm going to do this a little bit 2.5, and I'm going to move you down a little bit so you can see. Let's see here. Is that better? I might be in the way though. Let me see. I guess you can still see. Let me move you over just a bit. And maybe you can see better. Maybe I need to raise you and pull you down. This is all trial and error. Let's see. Move you that way, Oops. And move you that way. Maybe that's good. Yeah, okay. So I'm just going to sew around the edge and up and down. I added an elastic for the pin. And I did 25 of these for my small group. And I noticed when you put the pin in there, they don't really stay shut. So I wanted to make sure these stay shut. And so I added a little snap tab. So let's get sewing. I'm going to start on the bottom. I ordered some bonded poly thread. Where'd it go? What did I do with it? Oh, around here. Say hello when you jump on. Hopefully my comments will come up. So I ordered this bonded poly thread, and it really top stitches well, but I don't know how it sews. And I was hoping to get a close color to this, but obviously that's not even close. So then I ordered from Waywack. I thought I was getting closer to this. I ordered this, and it looks green compared to this. So this color is hard to match. So I'm just using a light tan like I had before. But that bonded poly is very thick. It's much thicker than I'm used to sewing with. But it sure is pretty top stitch. I practiced. Let me see where are my little practice things. Here's one I did on canvas. And here's, I don't know if this is the one. That's not the one. I don't know where my sample went. Oh well, I'll show you later. But it was really pretty. So I may just try top stitch. I'm just wondering if everybody, say hello when you jump on. I'm just wondering if everybody sews their whole bags with that thick thread that's not a industrial. I'm just wondering. I mean, the thread's supposed to work for domestic, so we'll see. Okay, let's just get sewing. I'm making some Moondance notebooks. And for those of you that just jumped on, I made a snap tab with my silhouette. And I put their name on there with my heat transfer vinyl. And I'm not putting a business card thing. I'm just putting my name on there. So let's get sewing. I'm excited not to have anything to do this week. Well, I mean, I got stuff to do, but not appointments or I have to be somewhere. I'm just going to sew all the way around. And I'm just doing a, whoops, 1/8 of an inch seam allowance for top stitching. A friend of mine ordered 6 of these. I don't see any comments. Are y'all commenting and I just don't see them? Let's see here. I'm looking at my, oh, that's a bad picture of me. I look huge. Or not that I'm thin or anything, but I need to back y'all up. So, my husband doesn't get to come home Christmas this year. Long story. So I mailed him one of his gifts today, so at least he'll have something to open on Christmas Day. But he and one of his co-workers, guys, are going out to dinner for, I don't think I want to stitch that, for Christmas Day. So that made me feel better that he's not stuck in a hotel by himself on Christmas Day. My 2 youngest are coming. Well, my youngest moved back in. She got a new job and moved back in, so she's looking for a roommate. She travels an hour each day to work, and it's an hour home. And so she's looking for somebody that lives in that area. She's got a possibility with the girl at work, but we won't know till next year. And then I can get my guest room back. Have y'all sewn any of these? I can't see any comments. Y'all say hey so I can see who's on here. Or I'm just going crazy. Oops. Why is it doing that? Oh, goodness, I left it on. Whoopsie. I left it on the 1.5 stitch length. They're not going to notice that. When I finish these, if there's any that didn't quite match up, I just trim it off. So this week, all I have left to do is wrap gifts. And I went out and bought a roast and some vegetables to do in the crock pot. So there you have that. Oops, trim that. And there you have that. I think it's pretty. Let me get a notebook. So I am putting these in there. I got these from Amazon. For them. And there you have that. Now what I did with this is I cut it out on my silhouette. It was vinyl from Micro Punk Embroidery. And then I did some blue. I ordered blue heat transfer vinyl from Expressions. Vinyl Expressions? No, Expressions Vinyl. And I just did heat transfer on the back. And I did Decaville Heavy in between to give it a little bit of firmness. And there you have that. So there's one down. I don't see anywhere where I really have to trim. Maybe up here. And I'll just trim that off. And I'm not putting any edge coat paint on them. One, I don't have any. Two, I could do the make my own with the fabric softener that I've done before, but this color is so hard to match. I mean, I can't even find any thread to match. So I was asking, I ordered this from Waywack, and it was like $7 and something cents. Hey, Chantel. I see comments. Yay. Are you supposed to be working? Hopefully you have this week off. But I ordered this from Waywack, and I wanted to try it out before I ordered some from Kasaya. And so I was asking the difference, and they said there's not much difference. It's just that Kasaya is maybe a little bit more silkier. So I just may stick with Waywack because, unless I need another color. She's got more colors to offer. Because $7.98 compared to $16.98 is a big difference. If I miss your comment, type it again and I'll look at it. I'm trying to keep tabs on it. I got these clips. I was buying these. Let me see, let me get one over here. At Walmart, and they were dirt cheap. And so I go back, and there's like 5 only in a package for $2.37. I think they used to be $1 something, maybe 3 something. So I didn't want to order them from Walmart, but I found a big pack of these off of Amazon. There's different colors. So that's where I'm going to purchase those from now on. I was getting low on them. Who knows where they go? You know, they just disappear. It's kind of like your socks. Where does that other sock go? I don't know why my comments don't stay up where I can see them. I wonder if there's something I can do to do that. Let me see what I can do. It says all messages are visible, but it doesn't show up on my screen. I just see myself. Oh well, I don't know what to do there. Okay, let's just keep sewing. After this, I've got a purse to make. For a friend, and I'll show you what I'm making. She also wants a matching pocket pal, and so I cut her a pocket pal off my silhouette. Is this a good view? Chantel, is this a good view? Make sure I remember to turn it back to the regular stitch length. I need to make me one of these. So there's another one with the snap tab. And that I'll trim off on the edge. Anything around here, I'll trim off. Not a big deal. What do I do with my scissors? Not a big deal. Can y'all hear me good? I know my voice doesn't carry, but you're right here, so I'm hoping y'all can hear me. So this was given to me, this faux leather, and then this is from my punt embroidery, and this is what I made this out of, this tab out of. I'm going to check comments here. See, I don't know why it doesn't. Hey, Juliet. I'm glad you can hear me. See, your comment disappears, and I don't know why it does that. Let me see. Let me chat viewing options. It only comes up when I tap on the, I don't know. I'm glad y'all joined me. Now y'all can see me what I do. Judith, I can't remember if you told me that if you sew. Trying to see if y'all can see me sew, or is my shoulder in the way. So today I went to UPS and dropped off one of my husband's gifts. And then I'm going to be wrapping gifts. I got some stocking stuffers today as I was out. and I'm going to make a roast for Christmas Eve instead of the typical ham turkey that we had at Thanksgiving. I just don't want to do that big of a meal Christmas Eve. I mean Christmas Day. Did I run out of bobbin thread? I think I did. Let's check it. Yep, I did. Okay, let's wind the bobbin. You know, I've always been told you don't pull your thread back through this way, that you always pull it out that way. Keeps from getting dust in your machine and lint. But man, you waste a lot of thread. So I'm going to wind my bobbin. There's dust all over my sewing machine. Whoops. Oopsies. Okay. So I'm doing a roast and vegetables, and I haven't decided what dessert to make. My son is gluten-free, so I have to worry about that. And then we're going to be heading up to my oldest daughter after Christmas sometime and have Christmas with my first granddaughter. My oldest had my first granddaughter, and she is pregnant with my second, and it's a boy. So we are very excited. And then Eloise's birthday is the 27th, right after Christmas, because she was 17 days late. 17. No ma'am, no thank you. Her mother was 14 days late, so maybe that's a good thing. What goes around comes around. Okay, let's start this over here. Left up where we left off. Now, I haven't had to use my Teflon foot with this vinyl, this faux leather. I got 2 Teflon feet. I ordered this one from, I think, Juki Junkies. And then I ordered another one. I don't remember where I got it. But it's thinner, because I wanted a thin one. If I can find it. A thin one like my zipper foot here. I forgot what kind of zipper foot they call this. Well, just let me take the box out and find it. Where, oh where? I don't see it. What'd I do with it? That's that one. Did I miss the box? There it is. So you see how thin it is, the difference? I like this thinness because it's just easy to top stitch. It's just easy to do everything with it. But the thing with this foot is it jumps. It doesn't, excuse me, it doesn't, it moves. And I think because it's thin, it doesn't have that weight to it. This one does, since it's thin plastic, and that causes it to move. This one, I mean, it's not bad, but I can square things off and line up things better with a thinner foot. I do use it on faux leather that doesn't want to allow me to use this one. I just saw, did y'all see that on my Alexa? It says Brad Pitt's turning 60. Welcome to the 60s, Bradley. So once I get these done, I'm doing a Sallie Tomato circle bag for one of my ladies in my couple small group, and a matching pocket pal. I bought the pocket pal, and then she came out with the purse pal, and I just didn't want to spend more money, even though you get more card slots. It's a little bit longer, but you can still get more cards in just those 3 little slots. I'm using one now, because when you use a circle purse, you can't fit a big wallet in there. So there's another one. I think these are really turning out well. Okay, I gotta put them on. I need to order some more name tags. I get mine from Arc Expressions. I don't remember her name. What is her name? Amanda? I think it's Amanda. Don't quote me on that. But she's a sweetheart, and I like hers, and they're very reasonable. And she's very good with the turnaround. Of course, it always depends on if they're busy or not. These new clips right here are matte, so they're not slick or anything. They're a matte finish. So we came home the other night, my daughter and I, we always eat out on Fridays, and my dog had climbed on the counter, or climbed up, not all the way on the counter, and I had these baskets, wicker baskets, up against the wall, and I have bread in them, and I have his snacks in one, and I have nuts and stuff. He climbed out, pulled out a loaf of bread, and pulled out his own snacks, got into them, and ate every bit of it. He has become a major pain leaving him here, so now we're having to crate him when we leave. He's been on steroids because he went blind, but now he's got one vision back once he got on steroids, but we're weaning him off of him. And man, that dog has gone crazy about food. I mean, I increased his food even, but he has just gone berserk. He even gets in the trash. And if you had a napkin with food, and we have a trash can that we lock, but a lot of times, I don't say a lot of times, sometimes some of us, I won't mention any names, forget to lock it. It's not me. But he gets in the trash. I'm like, we feed you, dog, we feed you. So this week we're down, we went to a half of a steroid for a couple of weeks, and now we're down to a quarter of a steroid, and then we're going to be done. We're going to do that for a week, and then be done with it. And hopefully, I mean, he got some of his personality back, but hopefully he'll stop climbing on counters. But I'm still going to crate him when we go anywhere. we had left there's about a quarter left of this glass dish of brownies, and we pushed it back on the counter by the stove, and we put the tea kettle in front of it. And he moved the tea kettle out of the way, got on top of the counter somehow, and pulled that glass dish off, ate all the brownies, and didn't break the dish, thank goodness. I mean, he has gone crazy for food. Do y'all have dogs? He's a mixed lab. We think he's got pointer in him, but we're not sure. Say hello if you're just joining us. Hopefully I can see it before it disappears. I don't know why my comments disappear. I gotta look into that and see what I'm doing wrong. I'm sure it's my fault. I'm working on the Moondance. And this is for a customer of mine who's also a friend in Florida. Let me see if I've missed any comments here. I have to go out and then come back in. Oh, no, I went totally out. That may have messed me up. They didn't show up. Let's try it again. Okay, Julie, that's the last comment I see. I am trying to get them to stay up. I don't know how to work this thing. Let me go these three dots over here. Let's see, what's it say? Nope, that's not what we want. Okay. Okay, back on the sewing. So I'll have to trim this one some too. There we go. On to the last two. I wish I could have found some navy blue elastic, but I couldn't find any. Without having to wait. And I need to get these done. It's a pretty day here in Georgia. It's cold, but it's pretty. We live on a lake and it's very, very windy today. If you hear me rattling, that's my storm window. It's come loose. So you have to climb on the roof to fix it because it's outside. And I'm not climbing on any roofs. I can't even walk and chew bubble gum without hurting myself. So I will not be doing that. Okay, here we go. So I was looking at the calendar at the weather, and one weather report says that we're going to have ice conditions on, what day was it? January 7th, I think it said. And then we're going to have icy conditions again. I think that's a Saturday, or either that's a Monday. And then the following Friday or Saturday, we're supposed to have icy conditions. Now, I know it's a little ways away, and it'll probably change, but I just thought that was interesting. Here in Georgia, where I am, we usually don't get snow if we're going to get it until like February, March. It's since I've lived up here anyway. It usually doesn't. Last year we only got a couple of snow flurries, nothing stuck to the ground, which was disappointing. I think last year we might have got snow flurries at Christmas. I'm trying to remember. Do y'all remember, Chantel or Julia, if we got snow flurries at Christmas? This keeps getting stuck with these matte clips. So my husband and I were looking at plane flights to fly, so I could fly to see him and to fly to see my parents, and or just fly to see him. And he found a round trip for $141 in January, but it was on Spirit Airlines. I will not fly Spirit Airlines again. We took Spirit Airlines to California a couple years ago, and I mean, it was an experience, let me say that. Come on now. Why is it getting caught? Let's see. I guess that's right. Before we even took off, the pilot came on and said, we're experiencing a little engine trouble with our, I can't remember what engine it was. So we're going to go ahead and try and start the engines now, and then take off. And I'm like, well, okay. Just, these things, you don't need to tell me. Just do it and don't let me know. I just don't want to know. Then we had a layover in Dallas. I think it was an hour layover in Dallas. Or no, we didn't have a layover. We just had to change planes. Maybe it was a 30-minute layover. So we get on the plane and we start to take off, and then he decides not to take off. So we're on the tarmac, ready to go. And the pilot comes on and says, our brakes are a little hotter than we like them to be. So we're just going to sit and let them cool a bit, and then we'll take off. Well, we did that for an hour. We'd sit for a while, then move over, I guess, to let planes go off the, around the tarmac, sit for a little bit longer, move, sit for a little bit longer, move. And then we had done that for an hour and we used up our gas. So then we had to go back to the gate and get gas. I'm like, oh no. This girl does not do that well. Does not fly well. And then you tell me all this? Oh no. So you're praying that you have brakes when you land in California. It was something. And so then we flew back a straight shot, and they were going to reroute us to Nashville because there was a storm in Atlanta. And I thought, great, this is just great. And then they decided to reroute us to Memphis. And then by the time we were going to go to Memphis, we didn't need to do that because the storm had subsided enough where we could land. I said, I will never fly Spirit again. So I told my husband, I said, I'm not flying Spirit. You're going to put me on Delta. And he even said, my husband looks for the bargain, which is fine sometimes. And he even said, we won't fly Spirit again. And then he's trying to get me on Spirit. Nope. One of my friends who flies a lot, I was telling him everything that was going on. He goes, what, are you in a third world country or something? Flying around the planes? I go, no, we're actually not. But he has said he will never fly Spirit. He flies all the time. And what's the other one? Frontier. He will never fly Spirit and Frontier. So now the stewardess were very polite. I don't know how they take flying on working for Spirit. because this is a common problem. We did not have any delays though. Now when we flew to New York this year, we flew JetBlue, and man, that was a great experience. I recommend JetBlue. You had leg room, it was cushiony, you could watch movies for free. It was wonderful. And I'd fly them again in a heartbeat. Hey friends, sorry if I missed your comment. My comments don't stay up. I don't know what the deal is with that. I'll have to look at that before my next live, if I can remember. But why won't my comments stay up? Because usually when you're watching, you know, they're on the side or they're on the bottom, and I don't have either. I just have a full screen. So, and then if you make a comment, if I don't see it, it disappears. I don't know. I would love to go back to New York again. It was a good experience. My only problem was I tore my MCL in my knee probably about 15 years ago. And we lived in Florida at the time, and at the time the doctor said I would have to wear a knee brace anytime I stood up or walked long distances. Well, in Florida it's flat. In Georgia it's not flat. And so my knee has taken a beating in Georgia with the hills because I walk a lot. Or I used to walk a lot. And so I have to wear a knee brace. And so we did probably over 12,000 steps each day in New York because we walked everywhere. And then one of the days we were going to see the 9/11 Museum, and that's like at the bottom. So if you're looking at Manhattan or whatever, we were at the top by the what's the park? Central Park. And so 9/11's down here. And I said, I can't walk that. We're taking an Uber. So we took a lift down there. And then from the lift, we went to the famous sandwich shop, Katz Sandwich Shop, Katz, where they have famous pastrami sandwiches. I mean, the pastrami sandwiches are $26. But it was the best pastrami I've ever eaten in my life. And the sandwiches are like, the two halves are like that thick. I mean, still 26 is a lot, but it is worth the experience. And we had, so we took about, let's see, one from the airport, one back to the airport, 1, 2, 3. So we took about 4 lifts the whole trip. And they were all nice. They were all foreigners. 3 of them didn't understand English. 1 of them didn't even speak to us. I guess, I'm assuming because he didn't understand English. And that was a little scary to me because I'm thinking, are we going to get kidnapped? He's not talking to us. But they were so nice. And just grateful to be in the United States and working. And one driver was a young kid. Well, I say a young kid. Everybody's a young kid these days, right? So, at my age. But he was from Cuba, I believe, or Puerto Rico. And he didn't understand English. But in Puerto Rico and Cuba, baseball is very popular. So my husband was asking him, did he play baseball? And he didn't understand. So we went like this. He goes, oh, yes, 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 yes. So we did sign language. And one man was over here while his family was over in, I want to say Iraq. And he was trying to earn money. One of his sons has a disability to pay for doctor visits for his son. And he was a young boy. And he says over there the doctors are so crooked and charge you so much more than they should. So America's not what it used to be, but it's still a lot better than other countries. Okay, that's my last one. I need to trim them up. And I'm not going to do edge coat on them. I'm just going to do it like that. Aren't those pretty? Well, I hope you have enjoyed watching me sew. And let me lift you up so you can see my face. I'm going to start on maybe a little bit more. Sorry for shaking you up. See if I can move this around here. There we go. Now if I can get it to stay. It's a whole network trying to do all this stuff. You would not believe. You would just not believe. So I am doing a Sallie Tomato circle bag out of this. Here's my main fabric for my next customer. And here's the lining. And I did a zipper pocket and I added a zipper pocket. Now this is a free pattern, but they don't have lining. I did a video already on how to add the lining. But she wants a matching pocket pal, so I did a pocket pal and I cut it out on my silhouette. Makes it so much easier. And what I'm going to do, hey Jill, have not made one of these, but have all the materials to do so. Do it. Are you talking about the pocket, the Moondance, or the circle bag, or the pocket pal? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get some, I already have it. I'm going to cut out another one of these, but I'm going to cut it with HTV vinyl. And I'm going to heat transfer it on. And that way I don't have to put a lining in. I just sew it together and it makes it so much easier on a domestic machine. You put a zipper in here, it makes it so much easier. I do need to do my card slots. Makes it much thinner for our domestic machines. So remember that. Use HTV heat transfer vinyl. This has got something sticky on it when you're doing the pocket pal or a purse pal, and that makes it so much easier to do. So I hope y'all have a Merry Christmas. I don't know if I'll get on again before Christmas. I may do the circle bag again and get on. And I do want to tell you this. So I was on Creative Bag Makers Facebook page. I think it's called Creative Bag Makers. And so I have this purse that I just think is beautiful. Let me get it. Hang on one sec. So here it is. It's a tote by, this is a free pattern, the Pelican tote by Backstock. And I did a recessed zipper in it, and I just love that bag. And so I had a couple inquiries on it, and I thought I was pricing it very reasonable, and they both kind of balked at it, saying they'll have to wait. And I'm thinking, did I price it too high? So I went on Creative Bag Making. Almost 99% of the people said it's too low, and they would start it at 125. And a couple of them said, people think, their brain thinks if you price it low, even though it's a good deal for them, it's not made well. So price it high and they think it's made well and they buy it. So that's what I'm doing. I'm just going to price it higher. And I did sell it already, but not this one, but another one. It's going to be like it. And I'm just going to price them higher. And I was looking into another website, and I cannot remember the name of the website. It is, it's like an Etsy, but it's better than Etsy. Etsy's just become a pain, so I'm not even going to try there. They fee you to death and all kinds of stuff. So I'm just not going to do that. But so I am going to work on a website. And so your first 20 products, or you start at, there's different levels. And the lowest level is putting 20 items up, and then you can move to the next level when you start making money or whatever. So that's what I'm going to do. And for the next year, I think I'm going to do that. Because really, I would just rather have them on a website, and then that's what you buy. Instead of, can you do this, do this, do this? Can you add this to it? And then have to custom make it, which is okay. But I would rather just have it on a website, boom, be done. This is what I'm offering. this is what you want, just buy it. So anyways, I appreciate a thumbs up. I appreciate you joining me live, and I need more practice, obviously, with lives. But they're fun. I don't have to edit them. You just see all the bloopers right away. So have a Merry Christmas, and I'll check back with you later. Bye. Am I still live? I thought I X'd out.